Welcome back to another live stream, guys. Today we're going to be doing a outdoors themed inspired outdoors spread shop. So we made some designs earlier in the week during some of our lives. So the designs you see on screen right now are the ones we made earlier. So we're going to use those designs we made to make a spread shop. And it's usually a pretty quick process, but I like to kind of feature it here just how easy it is to really open up your very own spread shop with just a few designs. So let's go ahead and get started. For those who follow along earlier in the week, we were on TikTok, and so we made these designs live. And everything you see that I make during my lives will be able to be downloaded for free. So both of these designs you see right here are both designs that you can download absolutely free. And I'll show you that website actually really quickly. So that's going to be outdoors.spreadshop.com. And this page is just dedicated to helping you set up your spread shop if this is something you're interested in. Scroll to the bottom of that page and you'll come across this section here where it says download your free design pack. And we have a selection of about 10 designs in that pack, including the designs that I just showed you earlier. And you can download all those for free and actually sell those right in your very own spread shop. So if you're looking to get started, this is probably the easiest way to do it, is just actually download these designs, and you can start selling them and making money off the designs that I've made live, or any of these designs in any of these downloadable packs. So everything you see I make live will be able to be downloaded, but today we're just going to be focusing on actually setting up our very own spread shop and just showing you how quickly we can do that with the designs we created on live. So let's get started and start laying out the shop. So the first thing you want to do is really only need two images to really kind of set up your spread shop, and that's going to be what's technically your header image, and then a logo. And those are pretty easy to set up, so we're just go ahead and jump over to Photoshop to get that started. So my canvas, I have it set up here already, so that's 1400 by 400 pixels. You can make it a little bit smaller if you'd like to, but this is what size we're going with today. And we want it to be kind of outdoorsy, so let's go ahead and grab an image here real quick. So, all right. So I'm going to start with like a backdrop here real quick. So let's go ahead, grab an image and pull that down. So we kind of got like a mountain range here, and I'm gonna make that the size of the canvas and select that. And then we're gonna grab one of the images we made earlier. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And we're going to size that down. To right about there. And then I think I'm going to put a little bit of a background behind it. So let's grab a shape tool to do that real quick. And we're going to adjust the color on it real quick. I think we'll use like probably one of the colors in the actual image. So let's do that. And then we'll move that behind our logo, and then we'll center this on our logo. There we go. That looks pretty good. So we have our base image there, and I'm just gonna very lightly probably blur this background a little bit so that it just kind of adds a bit more of a little more depth to this image. There's a few different ways we can do that, but I think I'm just going to probably just add like a Gaussian blur to it. So if you go to filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur, and that's a little bit too much, so I just want a very light blur to the back. There we go. So that looks pretty good. So we got our header image saved. So let's go ahead and save that out real quick. And I'm going to save that in this folder real quick. And we'll call that, in the shop, that's called the teaser. So we'll go ahead and just save that out real quick. And now we just need a logo. So we're going to open up a new canvas here real quick. And the logo is really small, so it's only going to be 380 by 68, but it's just something that helps the branding of your Spreadshop. So let's go ahead and grab our image again and bring it over. So we'll use the logo we used on this one. Drop it in here, size it to that canvas size, and we'll probably, just so it pops a little bit more here, adjust the color here as well, so it's a little bit more visible. And that looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and save that out as well. And that's all we need to start our Spreadshop. So we have those two images. We have our designs, which I showed you earlier. You can see those right here. As I'm going through this too, guys, if you guys have any questions about Spreadshop, about the designs, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to try to help you guys out. So just follow along, and I'm just showing you how quickly you can lay out your very own Spreadshop here. So next thing we're going to do is hop over to our actual Spreadshop now. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. So here's your main dashboard that you'll land on is what you'll see right here. And to open up our own Spreadshop for a shop we're making today, we'll go down to the bottom here, left-hand side. Here's the shops we made previously, and we just want to hit this plus sign right below it. And it's going to let us open up a new Spreadshop. You want to name your shop. Call it Outdoors and Adventures. And then from there you can choose a theme. We have a few laid out for you already, so if you want to kind of start with a general theme, you can choose one of these ones we have in here. I'm going to go with the classic today, keep it simple. The first option you'll have is to adjust any colors in your Spreadshop. I'm going to probably change this to something like more that'll fit the theme, maybe like a brown. Or like, I think we have a lot of blues, like darker blues, so let's go with that. And then hit save. And then now we're going to start laying out our shop. So I'm going to show you how quickly we can just do this. What we're going to do first is I'll show you how the shop looks like now. This is what we're seeing right now. And what we can do is go up to page settings, start page, and this is where we're going to upload that header image we made earlier. So let's go to teaser, and you're going to upload this file. So let's go back and grab that file real quick. And all you have to do is drag it on top here. That'll upload. And there we go, we have our header image, and then you have the option to keep a headline and description or a call to action button on top, but we're going to turn those off for today so we can really focus in on that image. And that'll switch off here in just a moment. There you go. Now I'm going to hit save. Go back. And we're going to upload our logo as well. That's going to be under your appearance section. Go to logo, and then just switch this to logo, and the same thing, we're just going to drag it over that image we made earlier and drop it right here. And that will update, and so now you can see the logo appears in the top left-hand corner now, and that's good because that'll stay consistent across all the pages as your customers go through their checkout. So I'm gonna hit save, and now we're gonna create our products really quickly and to show you how easy you can do that. Here's some of the designs we've uploaded previously, and like I said, all these designs that you see here are available for free. All the things we make during our lives we offer for free afterwards, and we actually have dedicated landing pages to each one of these, musicians, rescue dogs, things like that, that you can actually use the landing page to help you get started and get set up if that's a niche you're interested in. And then we offer the free designs to really just make it as easy for you as possible. So let's go ahead and upload the designs now. All you have to do is, again, take them and then drag them and just drop them. And those will update in just a moment. All right, so as soon as those are uploaded, all you have to do is select one of the ones you want to create products with. You pick the shop you want to place it in, which is we just created this new shop today. Hit next. It will auto-populate the products for you, which is really cool. So basically I can be done right away, or I can make some minor adjustments here as well, where I can change the colors of the products that it's on. I can reduce the amount. I like to keep my product line relatively small when I first launch. It's up to you, but we have some pretty good products in here I think work pretty well for this design. You want to pay attention to the colors you're placing it on, etc. But it tries to do its best job to kind of create those products for you automatically and place them on the products, so you don't actually spend a lot of time in here fiddling around, so you can get your shop launched even faster. And so we have a pretty fun selection of designs there. I'll keep the apron in there too, because maybe you're cooking outdoors or something like that. So we have some fun designs there. All I have to do is go to next. And this is your meta section. So this is where you're going to add your description about your design. So you got the title, wild and free. And I'm just going to adjust that real quick. And then you want to add a description. Go into more detail than what I'm doing today. I'm just going to keep it really short. But yeah, use your description, because this is what Google and stuff like that will populate in their search results to actually find your design. So spend a little more time in here. Just make sure to fill this out and be as descriptive as possible about your design. So it's going to increase your rankings on Google, so you actually can be found, or any search engine really. So okay, let's go to your next here. Out. And you want at least 3 tags as well. Okay, and then we go to create, and we are done. So this is the actual product page here, and so we're going to go ahead and do that again now for the next design. Exact same thing we just did. Select the shop we want to place it in, hit next. It'll auto-populate and place it on products. I can make adjustments, like I said earlier, and adjust any of the colors that I might want to change it to. So like if we want to have it on a dark design like this, for example, or even like a heather or charcoal gray, we'll go with that. And we can also adjust the size of it as well. And we can adjust the placement. And then when we're done, we hit done. It'll save that adjustments for us. And again, we can adjust the product line that we actually want to place that design on. And we can add products as well. So if we go up to all products, we offer hundreds and hundreds of products. So if I want to add that to an additional product, I can just go up here and scroll through. I can pick any of the sections here on the left-hand side as well. So maybe we want to offer like another or a heavier hoodie, because a lot of these people are going to be wearing these outdoors while they're camping and stuff like that. So I can add another hoodie, hit done. It'll add that product for me to my product line. And I think I'm pretty happy with the rest of these. I'm going to adjust the color, I think, on this crew neck, something a little bit darker, maybe like a navy, and then pull it up a little bit and shrink it down. And you can see how quickly I can make those changes. And so I'm pretty much done there. So I'm going to hit next again. Same thing again. We're going to edit the meta description here. And this is, like I said, what is Google actually will able to find your design and feature that, so you can actually be found when you're selling your designs. All right. Like I said, spend a little more time on your description than what I'm doing today, so that you can really optimize your SEO. Like I said, at least 3 tags as well. Hit create, and we're done. So when I jump back to my Spreadshop now, so I'm gonna go over to the left-hand side, select the shop we just made, and you'll see those products that I made earlier will be populated now in my shop. So that's, I could be done right there if I wanted to, but I'm gonna make a few more minor adjustments real quick just to really kind of customize my shop a little bit further. I'm gonna go back to page settings on the left-hand side, go to my start page, and the start page is basically the area that really allows you to really customize your shop. That's where you're gonna upload your header image, make any small adjustments of things you want to actually have featured on your landing page, etc. So I want my designs to be featured first. So we're gonna change that first. And so if I go to the left-hand side here, I can go ahead and just grab any of these tabs and pull them to adjust where I want to actually have it placed on the page. And you'll see that will change here in just a moment. So now my designs are featured first, and my products will be featured second. And just a reminder, guys, for anyone watching along, excuse me, if you have any questions about Spreadshop, excuse me, if you have any questions about Spreadshop or any designs that I'm making today, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to try to help you guys out. But we're just kind of showing you how quickly you can set up your very own Spreadshop for any theme, but we've been focusing on different niches every week, and we've been offering all the designs we make for that week for free, so you can actually download your own designs and launch your own Spreadshop as quickly and easily as possible. So I'm going to make a few more adjustments here real quick. I'm going to turn off these two sections here, so I can just select them and toggle them off. Let's hit save. And do the same thing for the other one. And hit save. And you'll see here in just a moment that got rid of those two bottom parts. So we have a really clean looking Spreadshop now, and we're almost pretty much ready to launch. You can make other minor adjustments if you'd like as well. I think I want this design, the second design, to be featured first. So to change that, we're gonna go back to product list page. We're gonna go to sort designs, and we're just gonna drag this design to be in first place here. Hit save. And then if we go back here, you actually see here in just a moment when that refreshes that that design is now first, and then this one now is second. So we got our designs featured first with some products, and then at the very bottom we have a small product preview. So I like how that looks clean, looks simple, and so we're pretty much ready to launch. And when you're ready to launch, there's two ways you can really do that. You can either go up here right where at the top where it says launch shop, or you can go to general and go to activate shop right here as well. But we're going to go ahead and use the prompt that we made here, hit launch shop. And right when you launch, this is a big important thing, when you launch your Spreadshop, you'll have a 15% off coupon for 2 weeks. So that'll allow you to kind of use that as a marketing tool, so you can really feature your shop and your designs and give people discounts when you first launch. So really take advantage of that when you first launch your Spreadshop, and really market your Spreadshop in those first 2 weeks to kind of get you through the door and start making some sales really quickly. So that's an easy way to do that, is just to feature that coupon code along with your launch of your shop. So make sure to take advantage of that. That's probably one of the biggest things I would suggest a lot of times with shops, is to make sure that you're marketing them and talking about them, because if people don't know they exist, they're not going to buy your stuff, and it's always good to have a coupon code to kind of push that a little bit right off your launch. So that is officially launched now. So this shop is now live. So I can go ahead and go over to the shop URL here, and we can copy that and paste this right here. And here's our live shop. So we made this just in a matter of minutes, and I wanted to show you how easy that really is. And now we have a fully featured online Spreadshop, and all of this is free. These designs in this Spreadshop are actually free. So if you're interested in selling these designs as well, you could open up your very own Spreadshop, very similar like I did today, and start selling your products. So it's free to set up a Spreadshop as well. All you need is an email and password, and you can launch your very own Spreadshop. You can have up to 10 shops in one account. So it's really easy to open up multiple brands if you want to do that as well. And then we have several landing pages, like I mentioned earlier. We can go to actually download these designs. This one that we're focusing on this week, the niche, is kind of outdoorsy things. So we've got outdoors.spreadshop.com, and it gives you some quick breakdowns of how you can set up your own custom apparel if you're an outdoorsman. And at the very bottom, you can actually download the designs that I showed you today, and I've been making those live. So any of the designs I make live during the week, you can actually download for free and open up your own Spreadshop using those. So again, this is outdoors.spreadshop.com, and you can go to this page and download your free design pack here. I'll give it a few days for the designs that I just featured today to be added to this page, but they will be there. There are already some in there, so if you want to get started, you can go ahead and download those today. We also have several other landing pages if you guys are interested. If you have another hobby or niche, we might already have a page for you. So this is one for podcasting, very similar, podcast.spreadshop.com. Same thing, scroll to the bottom, you got some free designs you can download and launch your Spreadshop and start selling those right away. We also have digitalartist.spreadshop.com. A lot of fun designs in there as well. We have gamers.spreadshop.com. If you're in rescueanimals.spreadshop.com, it's another one you can download, start setting that up for your community. So a lot of these designs are good for fundraising as well, so if you're looking to do that, for something like that, rescue shelters, you can go ahead and use these designs to make some money for your shelters as well. And we have musicians.spreadshop.com, and that's pretty much it for now. But we do have the pet one now as well, and the outdoors one. So outdoors.spreadshop.com, you can download all these designs you see here today for free. And as always, if you have any questions about the designs that I create, about Spreadshop, feel free to ask in the chat, and I'll do my best to try to help you guys out. But yeah, that's just showing you how quickly and easily you can open up your very own Spreadshop. And thanks for joining me again today, guys. And we'll be featuring some additional designs next week, so tune in. We'll be going live on TikTok next week. We've been doing live twice a week right now for designs, and then the third time is usually when I'm setting up a Spreadshop. So if any of these things interest you, feel free to follow along and just showing you how quickly and easily you can set up your very own Spreadshop. So thanks again for joining me again today, guys. And I think that's about it. So we'll see you soon, and open up your own shop.